I'm playing one season in each FIFA game from FIFA 10 all the way to FIFA 19, and today we're heading to the Premier League for the first time and playing FIFA 11. After managing AC Milan and South Africa, we'll be taking over the Gunners. Why did we pick Arsenal? Well, have a look at the team. This is the Arsenal team I most associate with Arsene Wenger. You got Fabregas at his peak, Van Persie before he left for Man United, and Arsene when he was rated the best winger in the league. If you're not a fan of this choice, then have a look in the description where I've linked to a poll where you can vote for our FIFA 12 team. So how can we improve our Arsenal squad? It's okay at the back. On FIFA 11 all the defenders are rated this low. The midfield looks fun too, with Nasri, Fabregas and Wilshere all being proper playmakers. The striking situation's decent. We'll probably be giving Nicholas Bentner a chance in pre-season, and while we think about which records we can break, we're going to use pre-season to learn how to play FIFA 11.
Fallen off the pace a bit when it's come to trophies, but they still get a huge amount of praise from all parts of football, really.
Mistake about it. In my opinion, they're very close to being back.
Well, I hope the commentators are right, because if we're being honest, our managerial career hasn't started that well. We've won absolutely nothing so far. This season, we're going to take some inspiration from Arsene Wenger. We're going to be playing in a similar formation, a similar style, and even copying one of his transfers. Welcome back to Arsenal, Thierry Henry. But that's not all. We're going to copy another Arsene Wenger transfer, even if it was 3 years earlier than he did, and that meant we tried to get Petr Cech to move across London to be our starting keeper. Turns out rivalries are a bit more important in 2011 than they were in 2015, so the deal was rejected. Ospina is nearly as good, and he also played for Arsenal, so he can come in, and that also gives us budget to do something Wenger wanted, but never managed to do. We're going to slightly break history, and that means Eden Hazard is going to choose us over Chelsea. I bet they're regretting not selling Petr Cech right now. With our team now complete, it seems like a good time to talk about the record we'll be going for. Thierry Henry holds the record for the most golden boots in the Premier League, being top scorer in the league in 2002, 4, 5 and 6. We're going to go for a 5th golden boot. All we need to do is keep Henry in the team, fit and scoring, and then that means that Leyton Orient 58 rated Harry Kane has even less chance of matching it within a decade. We have such a nice squad now, not even including 88 potential Jack Wilshere. We also have Marouane Chamakh, Carlos Vela and Denilson, who are all kind of hilariously overrated. The calendar was actually really kind to us. Only Liverpool were really tough in our first 7 games, and this wasn't even close to the world-class Liverpool side that you're probably a bit more familiar with.
I'm Martin Tyler, Andy Gray's with me. Andy, we've got a new manager to welcome as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he copes. It's pressure time for him.
This game is such an improvement on FIFA 10. I mean, it looks nicer, it plays better, and the menus are smoother. I don't think there's another step forward this big until FIFA 17. Shooting feels so much better, especially with Thierry Henry. But the one thing that surprised me so far is how good Eden Hazard's been playing. He's got high agility and balance, and that makes him play way above his 81 rated. I said it in the past that Messi on FIFA 15 was the best player I've ever used on FIFA, but honestly, Hazard on FIFA 19 is borderline the same level. I can also say the same for Thierry Henry. He's only a 74 if you look at his stats, but he's playing more like an 83 or an 84 rated striker in my opinion. We absolutely destroyed Blackburn in this first game. That was their only real chance in the 90th minute. We stopped it super easily. So we get that win in our first game of the season, and also a goal for Thierry Henry. Like I said, that was actually a really fun match to play, and we totally dominated the game. This could be a really good season for us. The next few games went mostly the same way. We had low scoring but dominant wins. We scored some nice goals like this Cesc Fabregas free kick, and then suddenly it was time to play Liverpool. We'd actually got off to such a good start in the season. I mean, Chelsea have clearly scored a lot more goals than us, but we've only lost a single time, and that was to Bolton. But you could tell Liverpool were a totally different class to who we'd been playing before. They actually had an attacking threat that wasn't just hoofing the ball to Kevin Davies. And in the same matches, we'd actually learnt how to attack ourselves, especially with Van Persie. His shot just about rolled across the line, and that gave us a nice 1-0 lead after just 13 minutes. We might only be 7 games into the season, but this is a massive game if we can hold on, because Chelsea are basically unstoppable. Drogba and Lampard are both already on 10 goals, and we're just 7 games into the season. It's going to be really hard to keep them behind us if we want to win this title. Liverpool had a bunch of very tired players, including Dirk Kuyt and Steven Gerrard, who are probably 2 players you would expect to never really get tired, but they linked up, Gerrard volleying in a far post cross. But we had the entire second half, and we had a way better subs bench. One of the players we had on the bench was Arsene. He would pull it across to Van Persie. How did that get saved? I don't know why he didn't hit it first time. He took a touch, and then Pepe Reina scrambles across and palms it just out for a corner. We didn't score from the corner, but Walcott would get a chance that we did score from and smashed it in the top corner. Nothing Reina can do about that. Then celebrated with the Peter Crouch robot. I wish our celebration was still on FC24. We made a bunch of subs, including bringing on Bentner. Something I've noticed on this game is that target men are really good. We play Stoke in a couple of matches, so I'm a bit scared about that, and I'm sure Arsenal fans will tell you that they don't really like playing against Stoke. Giroud crossed it in, of course, our centre-back to Henry, and that could easily have been his 5th goal of the season as well. And as we were seeing out the match, we decided to see if we could do some nice pass and move, and it really did feel quite good to do that on FIFA 11. We might see a little bit more of that throughout the season because it was quite effective. Anyway, we got the 2-1 win against Liverpool, something that we really wanted going into the match, and the board were very happy. But like I said, we had Stoke up next, and that is not good. They're 4th in the league, they've only lost 2 games themselves, and they played the exact opposite style to us. But in fact, this game, we were the long ball merchants. Eden Hazard somehow beat Shawcross to that, I'm not sure how. Henry got into the box, Huth just about kept him out, so we were attacking a lot more direct in this match. They were doing fouls, but we were doing even more horrific and cynical fouls. Van Persie would ride a challenge, he would get into the box and finesse it past the goalkeeper, 1-0 after 65 minutes. And he had another robot. You might see a few of those because that's just the only celebration I know how to do. Glenn Whelan would burst through from midfield, 5 minutes left. Strong tackle, Bakary Sagna. We would protect that clean sheet. We'd go down the other end. Song and Henry would link up, and Henry with a classic Henry left foot finesse shot. There's a reason he's taken a bow right there because that was actually quite a sick goal to score. So we carry on this form into the middle of the season. You can see after 17 matches, only Chelsea are ahead of us, but they've played an extra game. So really, we're 4 points off first in 2nd place. This game against Spurs was going to be absolutely massive. Walcott got through really early on. We're playing him through the middle just to try and exploit the Michael Dawson lack of pace, but they're doing the same to us. Squillaci against Aaron Lennon, and thankfully Almunia gets there first. Beyond the rivalry, this match was actually quite important to win because Spurs are down in 12th place, which is absolutely terrible for a team with Van der Vaart, Modric, Gareth Bale, even Robbie Keane up front. We really did need the 3 points here if we wanted to try and challenge Chelsea through the rest of the season. Was Bentner or was Hazard going to be the man that did it off the bench? Well, the corner came in, Squillaci jumped the highest and totally missed the ball. We'd recycle it to Giroud on the volley and it nearly goes out for a throw, and that was such a bad effort, but I guess he is a centre-back. We're just 10 minutes left. Robbie Keane, for the first time, gets through, tries to chip Almunia, but there's no way we're getting beaten by a chip from that far out. Bentner nearly was played through right there by Robin Van Persie, but the referee blew his whistle, and that was it, a draw in the league. Next up was a game against Chelsea in the Cup, and this was probably our best chance of winning anything this season. I'll show you the league table in a minute, but Chelsea are absolutely rampant at the top. We're quite far off them at this point. But this was going to be one of the most annoying matches of FIFA 12 we had ever played. So this is the semi-final of the FA Cup, and Chelsea have actually put out a weakened side. It's not something that only happens on the modern games. They had Ashley Cole playing very tired, but they also had John Terry, they had Frank Lampard on the bench. It was definitely not their strongest side. They had been absolutely crushing the league. We had so many good chances in this first half. Hazard had a good one there, and how many times has Van Persie scored a goal like that for us this year? It was going to be 0-0 at half-time. Neither team made any changes, but Chelsea decided to go a bit more attacking. They had their first shot of the game right there, but we more than dealt with that. They would make some actual changes too, bringing on Frank Lampard. You know he's the master of the deflected goal. Could it be a typical Lampard edge-of-the-box goal that was going to knock us out of the cup? Well, look at our frustration right there. We got it totally away with it, but it could easily have been a red card. We just gave the ball away. We decided to smash them down, and let's just say the referees were slightly more lenient, but Hazard gets a chance here, and it's saved onto the post. This is exactly why we wanted to sign Pedicek earlier in the season. If we'd done it, I think we possibly could have been winning the league at this stage instead of Chelsea. That's just how good he was back in 2011. Anyway, we make a triple substitution. 3 strikers coming on. Arshevin's only action was really winning that free kick. Walcott would get the ball blasted onto him, and then he would power past Ashley Cole one-on-one. Surely this is it. He goes round the goalkeeper. He's still got a chance, and he's hit the post again. This has got to be the most unlucky match I have ever played. We've hit the post, we've had so many shots saved, and just when we're about to get through, the referee decides to book us and end the match. If you're watching this video in 6 months' time, then know the exact same thing happened in real life to Man City just a couple of days ago against Spurs. But anyway, it's a penalty shootout, that's all we need to worry about. We both have some very good penalty takers. We've got people like Lampard, Van Persie. We dived the right way there, but it went under our goalkeeper, very annoying. Walcott blasts it straight down the middle. They're always the best ones to score. Ashley Cole, former Arsenal player, steps up and hits it wide. Solomon Kalou now. If we save this, we win. We dive the right way, but it goes over us. So that means it all comes down to Thomas Vermaelen, the centre-back against Petr Cech, who saved everything but hasn't saved a penalty yet. Vermaelen goes down the middle just like Walcott, and that's it. We're through to the FA Cup final. This is definitely our best chance of getting the first trophy of this mega career. You might be wondering why? Why aren't you in charge of the Premier League at this point? Well, we're going to have a look at the table in a minute, but this is exactly why. Every single match that we play, Chelsea then go on to get a 4-0, a 5-0, and after 37 games, they're on 96 points. To put this into perspective, a couple of teams have got more than 96 points in real life now, but only Chelsea in 2004-05 ever got more than 94 in the past, when Jose got 95 points in his first ever season. So this Chelsea team is by far the best Premier League team that has ever existed. We couldn't compete with that, but we can compete with a very average looking Liverpool side. We've played them in the league a couple of times already. We've beat them both times. They've also put out a pretty weird team with Skirtle playing right back, Gerrard and Joe Cole as defensive midfielders. We have a really good chance here of getting this trophy. We had the first couple of attacks, the first after 5 minutes, then Fabregas. Oh, if that had found the top corner, that would have been a classic FA Cup goal. Sagna would find Eden Hazard, who cut inside and then glitch through someone. Van Persie's one-on-one, goes around the goalkeeper and into the open net. That was so close to hitting the post, but we have the lead after just 10 minutes. Robin Van Persie has been by far our player of the season. We thought Thierry Henry getting second in the Golden Boot was good. Well, Van Persie's got every goal in every important match. If we didn't have him, I think we wouldn't have even finished in the top 4. We keep defending though. We know Liverpool like to spam crosses. Big mistake there in midfield. Gerrard finds Joe Cole from defensive midfielder. He stops, drags it back and plays it straight past Almunia. So it just took 6 minutes for Liverpool to get the equaliser. More cross spamming coming in. They scored like this with Gerrard before in the league. Well saved that by Almunia, but it was Gerrard's head instead of a volley this time. We start getting crosses in too, and they seem to be quite effective. Van Persie and then nearly Hazard. That would be half time though, 1-1. And it was actually quite a fun match to play, and also it's quite a fun match to watch back, so hopefully you're enjoying it too. Van Persie there showing off his skills by absolutely losing the ball, and then straight away Liverpool basically from the kickoff have got Dirk Kuyt 1-on-1. He chips Almunia, and that's going to be Liverpool in the lead. We've done a fair share of choking already. Surely we can't choke away yet another win. Well, Diaby runs forward, countering from a corner. He decides to pull it back. Nasri's there. It's deflected, and then Nasri volleys in the deflected shot. Somehow he scored that. I thought we had choked it. The players do find it quite difficult to actually score from that kind of angle on FIFA 11. But it's 2-2 in the FA Cup final. This is turning out to be one of the best finals of all time. Nothing Carragher and Reina can do about a chance like that. Van Persie getting on the ball, and this is what I mean. The game started getting a little bit angry, a lot of fouls going in. We were doing very light ones and getting yellow cards. Liverpool were going straight for our ankles and getting yellow cards. It was a pretty bad refereeing performance, so we decided to hit Fernando Torres exactly where he doesn't want to get hit. Fernando Torres has been pretty anonymous in this game, and so has Arsene, Hazard and Nasri, so we decided to make a triple substitution just before the end of the game, bringing on Walcott, who would get through past Fabio Aurelio, and his shot could easily have gone through Pepe Reina's legs. But that's it. Referee has said full time in the first 90. We get a nice late hit there, way after the referee had blown his whistle. And it's going to extra time again. Could this one be going to penalties, just like that semi-final did against Chelsea? Well, Maxi Rodriguez, you might remember him, gets absolutely burnt for pace there by Clichy, preventing a goal with some great tackling. Cross comes in. Thierry Henry, you would expect him to force at least a save with that with his reputation, but still 2-2 in the cup final. That's going to be half of extra time done, so we have just 15 minutes to prevent another penalty shootout. I mean, what's the odds we can beat the AI in 2 penalty shootouts in a row? Look how badly we've dominated Liverpool. They've had 3 shots and scored 2 goals. So annoying to see. Anyway, we're back on the ball. 3 minutes into added time. Henry with a Trivela. Would have found the top corner. Again, Henry not really doing it in this final. Van Persie's been the man, but Henry's got a great chance here. Cuts inside, falls to Walcott, and he's volleyed it into the side netting. Literally an open goal. Why did we press shoot? We could have literally ran that into the net. That was such a mistake, and I really hope that's not going to cost us our first trophy While Henry links up with Walcott again. Walcott, way better chance, and that's the finish we needed. Take a boost, son. Theo Walcott there. This is the other angle, finessing it straight past the near post. 2-1 up, and we only have a few more seconds, and there it is. Finally, we have won our first trophy. I mean, FIFA 11 doesn't really let you celebrate it too much because this is what the trophy scene looks like. You know, the lifting the trophy, it's just 6 men sort of jiggling around on the halfway line. I'm not sure why they chose these players. I'm not sure if this is just a PC glitch, but that's all you get. But thank you for watching. Like I said, I left a poll for FIFA 12, so you can vote for that in the description below. But yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these other games. Thierry Henry, like we said, came second overall in the Golden Boot, so we didn't break that record. And we finally have our first trophy. But thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers and goodbye.